With the conclusion of the Yonex All England Open, badminton's oldest competition racked up another successful edition, making it a remarkable number 108. A tournament steeped in history, it was fitting we also took our cameras to the National Badminton Museum in Milton, Keynes, and discover how it all started for the shuttle game in England.
There is a house which is privately owned by the Duke of Beaufort. It's got a big estate, which is called Badminton House. And the story goes, whether it's correct or not, that in 1860 had a party there and it started to rain, so they had to go indoors. They went into the big hall, they put a string across from the fireplace to the door, and they picked up some of these battledores that the girls had been playing with and hit it around. That's where the name, we absolutely certain, I think, that's where the name comes from. Because where would it come from anywhere else but Badminton? And there's this village, Badminton, yeah. They played with these battledores, they're the rackets, with vellum on, and then they had shuttles which were fairly large. You can see from pictures down here. They used to. I mean, the idea was to keep the shuttle in the air as long as possible, not hitting it at each other. It was just to keep it up. It had probably been there about 100 years, and it's a sort of halfway house, if we call it. So it's got vellum one side, and instead of having it on the side, they've got strings. So it's an advance. And then, of course, you come onto these wooden rackets. Now, these are what we call presses, which keep the rackets straight, because the wooden ones with the tension in the strings tend to warp, and they come over like that. This one is more usual. I had one, I remember, the first one I played with, I had it for about 2 years. This one is rather special. Well, it was made in about 1899. And it's what we call a barrel shuttle, because it looks like a barrel. And it was that type of shuttle that was used in the very first All England. You can see the development along here, all sorts of different ones. That one is 1910. The first All England was played, in fact, at the London Scottish Regiment Drill Hall. It wasn't called the All England, it was, I think it was called the Badminton Association Tournament, but it eventually came, I think it was 1901 or 1902, it became the All England. This is what badminton players looked like in the 1900s, early 1900s. Long skirts. We say they couldn't have moved, but if you look at some photographs down here, they actually are jumping off the ground to play. So, yes, they did move a bit more. And this is the gentleman's play, the long trousers. That's an England blazer. It was quite the thing in the early 1900s for the internationals to wear blazers. They've all gone now. They don't have those. They have tracksuits.